Welcome back. Monday marks 27 years since a day that left this country shaken and a community shattered. 13 people were killed inside Columbine High School on April 20th, 1999. A 14th victim, Marie Hochhalter, died last year as a result of injuries she suffered on that day. This morning we're joined in studio by Tom Mauser, father of Daniel Mauser. Thank you so much for being with us, Tom.
Sure, you're welcome.
You know, I want to start off, I've heard you say a few times that you don't think of Daniel, as he would be now, which he would be 42 going on 43, but you always think of him as that 15-year-old.
Yeah, recently somebody texted me and asked if I would like to have an AI-generated rendering of Daniel, what he'd looked like today. And I said, absolutely not. To me, he's still 15. I can't be thinking of what he'd be like today. I think of him as still as that 15-year-old, who really inspired me to do what I do.
And I mean, you're wearing his shoes today. You've done this for the past 27 years. You're the same shoe size. Why is it important to continue to take these steps, this journey in his shoes?
Well, Daniel really, he inspired me. Daniel was very shy, and yet he chose to join the debate team at Columbine, where he had to get in front of people and speak. I'm also rather introverted, so that was an inspiration to me to speak out and to do it in his name, because I think this is what he'd want me to be doing. He wouldn't want other parents to be going through what we had to go through.
And you have been advocating now for an end to gun violence for close to 30 years. When you think about how long that has been, I mean, is it hard to believe that it's been that many years?
It's really hard for me to process that. That's a third of my life that I've been doing this and been without Daniel. It's difficult.
Yeah. I know, obviously, the work that you have been doing, you've been doing this for a very long time. What would you say in terms of how far we have actually come?
Well, I guess I see it. I see the good things and the bad things. So, on the bad side, we still have copycat incidences. Just one recently in Turkey, a school shooting, and they referenced Columbine. Can we not get over this? And we still see some of the misinformation about Columbine. On the positive side, though, we have seen a lot more steps taken in the schools to make them safer. We recently saw a principal take down a potential school shooter. We have seen parents who were negligent actually prosecuted after their children committed a school shooting. So I think those are all really positive things. We have things like the Safe to Tell program that give kids the opportunity to say something if they see something or hear something.
Yeah, I mean, I have to ask you, I know you touched on it, the fact that we're looking at cases not only in America, but around the world, to hear that there are thoughts about Columbine, there are people motivated by what happened at Columbine, all the way in Turkey. What goes through your mind when you're hearing about some of these copycat incidents?
I guess I really think about what is the motivation for these students. I mean, I think a lot of times they hear that the Columbine shooters were getting revenge on other students who were bullying them. And that's not the case at all. The shooters at Columbine intended to kill everybody they possibly could. It really didn't have anything to do with bullying. So I'm wondering why they see that as an inspiration for them. I can't understand it.
All these years later, I mean, given all of the advocacy work that you've done, tirelessly speaking and going around the world, I mean, I have to wonder, what would you like to see done next, whether it is at the state level or the federal level?
I think we have to continue doing the things that we've done. I think we really have to look into the minds of these potential shooters. We especially have to do something. We have to do more to identify the ones who send out these clues, these messages of what they are thinking. That if you hear something, say something. We really need, because so often we hear stories of, well, I heard this person say this, I didn't take it seriously. we really have to take it a lot more seriously. You know, I also say that even if you are fearful that, well, if I say something, what if they really weren't going to do that? It's better to say something than to find yourself in a situation where you're the one saying, well, if only I had said something, maybe I could have prevented this. Don't let that happen to you.
I want to end on this question here too, because I know so many years on, people may look and they may ask, you know, isn't it emotionally exhausting to keep going and to keep doing this 30 years on? But for you, you continue to be so motivated by Danielle. I mean, how important is it to continue this work even after all this time?
Well, you know, it's really important to me. This in a way is how I keep Daniel alive. I want people to remember him, and this is how I do that.
How do you remember him?
I remember him as this really shy kid, great smile, kind of a funny sense of humor that he had, understated, piano player, Boy Scout. I just see him as a really sweet kid who again, took on his weaknesses, like taking on debate class, like joining the cross-country team at Columbine, even though he really wasn't very athletic. He took those things on.
Tom, I can't thank you enough for joining us this morning. We really do appreciate it.